What's up, guys? This is Will Nemo here with Red Seal Rescue, and I would like to give you my Red Seal tip of the day. Just the tip. So, one of the greatest traps that I've found in the Red Seal is you are misreading, or you are, pardon me, you are rereading rather than recalling information. Okay, you can reread something without fully understanding it. Recall is information you already know and understand, and this is how you should be testing yourself. A lot of people sit down to study and they do what is safe. They reread the notes, they highlight the code book sections, they watch another video, they flip through their old handouts, and they tell themselves, I remember this." But the cognitive forgetfulness is about 20% per month on material that we read, much less know and understand. And to be fair, it does feel like studying, but the problem is that the work mostly needs recognition. It needs recall. So the biggest difference that I see is recognition is when you look at something and think, "Oh yeah, I've seen that before." Recall is you can put the right answer out of your own head under time pressure without your notes and without your instructor, without your buddy standing beside you, and without your brain trying to hide behind familiarity. So that's actually true understanding and knowledge. So that's the game. On exam day, the question is not, does this look familiar? We're going to get more tactical. Can you answer clean? Uh, I'm doing this because I don't want to let other hardworking people end up frustrated. It's not always because people are lazy. It's it's not because they're dumb. It's not because they didn't study enough. A lot of the time, they studied in a way that made them feel busy, didn't actually train the skill of what the Red Seal exam demands. It's brutally different. Okay, you can spend hours studying and still not build exam readiness if the method is wrong. So if you've been putting in time and still feeling shaky, don't automatically assume the problem is discipline. It might be structure. It might be that your study sessions are too passive. It might be that you're feeding the brain information instead of forcing it to retrieve information. And retrieval is where the real training happens. This is where weak spots show up. This is where panic gets exposed. And that's where confidence actually gets built. And because of real confidence is not, I looked everything over. Real confidence is, I tested this. I got punched in the mouth by my weak spots. I fixed them, and now I know what I didn't know. That's a completely different animal. So here's a better way to study. Today's drill: close your notes, do 10 practice questions from memory, do not peek, mark what you got wrong, and review only the weak spots. Do that for another round. Okay, the session is way worth more than any hour of passive review because it forces honesty. It shows that you're actually solid, and it only feels solid when the answer is sitting in front of your face. Okay, and this is how you stop studying in circles. This is how you stop lying to yourself without meaning to, and how you build a kind of confidence that survives exam days. So a lot of candidates keep trying to study more when they really should be starting smarter. More pages is not always better. More videos is not always better. More highlighting is almost never the answer. Better targeting wins, better reps, better diagnosis. Okay, this is why I push people to identify weak areas instead of hiding behind broad review. If your weak point is code calculation, say that. If it's print reading, say that. If it's motor controls, hydraulics, brakes, rigging, troubleshooting, instrumentation, safety, pneumatics, or diagnostics, good. Okay, now we have something to work with. But I need to study everything is just the panic wearing a hard hat, and the panic is a terrible liar, terrible tutor. Specificity, specificity wins. So for today, let's not just go study, let's run the drill. Let's test your recall and expose cracks, patch the right stuff, and that's how people pass. Not with fake productivity, but with comfort, and not with endless misreading and with pressure tested reps. So drop your trade below. What's your weakest topic? And I'll give you one smart thing to smoke. I'll give you one smart thing to smoke this week. Just don't smoke crack, guys. That's not good for you. This has been Will Nemo from Red Seal Rescue Coaching. Thank you, and have a great and prosperous day.